ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kingdom of Who Cares. I'm Devrick, this is B, and today we're interviewing whoever this is. Nobody cares.
Wait, who is this? Who are we interviewing today?
Hey, excuse me, can you get the actual person we were supposed to be interviewing? Hey, sir, I think there's a bear in your apartment.
Hi. How you doing?
Hi.
I'm Kodiak.
All right, with introductions out of the way, we're going to jump right into the questions.
With me silencing it. Okay, so, gotta go through how long have you been playing? 2 years, we can move on. Where does your persona or name come from? Kodiak?
Kodiak.
Oh, okay, all right.
I understand.
Why'd you name yourself after a camera?
I know it's really hard to spell and enunciate, but it's Kodiak. There's an I in there.
So can you give us a little bit of the backstory though for your name?
Sure. So when I started playing Amp I wasn't entirely sure if I had the self-esteem to do something like this. So I tried to come up with a name that would be fierce and strong and could be my first step towards building the persona. And that's where Kodiak came from.
All right, so that's all well and good. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and grab your lion's cap and go ahead and put it on there since you're going to lie to us on stream.
Oh, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the actual origin of Kodiak is me and Unari went into the woods, and there was a bear, and after 3 accidental, unintentional groin shots, it surrendered, and we duct taped 2 swords to its hand. It gained magical powers. Still don't know how that happened. We made it king. Still don't know how that happened. And there you go. Now we have the bear.
Both. You would be both. We don't know.
Awesome. So, all right. So we're gonna get to some cutting edge questions. So Xander.
All
right. Xander the Reaper, otherwise known as the Centaur. That Centaur guy. Who's your favorite Order of the Ash member, and why is it not Devrick? And why could it be Beatrice, or why could it be Stillhead?
No,
Yep.
neither of them.
All right, so there's 2 answers to this.
It's me, right?
The initial answer is it is obviously Devrick. He's my best friend. Without him, the Order of the Ash doesn't exist. The other answer
without you, the Order of the Ash doesn't exist.
The other answer is I love every one of the members of the Order of the Ash. They're some of the most compassionate and caring people that I've ever met. They're family to me. They have taken care of me through thick and thin. Many of them are great artisans, as well as aspiring leaders and people who want to work in combat in Amp. So where it is Devrick,
we already did an episode on them. No one cares.
Yeah, okay. This is way too cute too fast.
Okay, well.
What is your favorite battle game?
So my favorite battle game would be something that would have like 20 on 20. It would have a quest objective, role play, and also overall objective. It would be about 45 minutes long. There would be no shields and no pole arms.
So a boring grog fest. Got it. Cool.
Yeah, where we're just throwing 3 balls at each other? What the hell? All right.
Okay.
We're using swords.
What is your opinion on bears? Nobody wants to know what an actual opinion of a bear is on other bears. We're just going to put that out there.
Okay.
Although we do want to know, what's your favorite bear? And why is it Claude the ninja bear? Because there are no other ninja bears in Amtgard.
Well, it's not Claude. It's Barry Sanders. Thank you. You're welcome, Devrick.
All right. So that broke Devrick.
He's just mad because he's not a ninja bear like Claude. Oh God, that joke was so bad. My stomach went.
That's why I'm here.
You disapproved.
Kron, the head smasher, would like to know, what do you know about Queen, and why do you sip on the Queen haterade so hard? I'm just gonna come out there. Queen sucks.
I don't hate Queen. But I also think that if you're going to have an opinion of music, you don't need to know anything about the band. It's the music itself. And where there are hits from Queen, I, again, still believe that the lead singer, Freddie Mercury, did more for the band and culture as a whole in the world than the band did for anything else.
So Freddie Mercury is the only talented member of Queen, is what I'm hearing.
He's the most talented by far. Because I can't play an instrument, so they must have some form of talent. But Freddie Mercury is by far the most talented person.
Sounds
So
like
you're
Freddie
just
Mercury's
saying
the
you
only
have
person.
no musical talent. Okay. Whoa.
Kodiak has no musical talent, despite the fact that he toured with the band.
Long time ago.
That's true. You
We
were
tried to
edgy
get him to
once.
swing. We tried to get him to sing on here, everybody, and he wouldn't do it. It was
He
very,
wouldn't do it. He was
Nope.
he was too
very
chicken.
sad.
Yep.
All right, so Kroon, Hedis Masher. All right, there we go.
Crone, Eda Masher.
Tita Masher asks, what is your other beloved band and artist besides Queen that you sip the haterade on? Bowie, Beatles, Adele, Etta
So,
James, Ray Charles.
Again, I don't hate any of them. I would say that my favorite two spots David Bowie's ever been in was the Labyrinth and his animated appearance on Adventure Brothers.
You take that back.
We do not know. You love the Labyrinth, but you don't like Bowie's music?
No.
Have you heard about the Babe?
We can go on. We can
Okay.
go on right now.
I thought you guys were going to be the ones that were going to make me nervous about this.
You know what? That was before we found out
That you hate
that you
so
are
much.
just apparently not a human being, and
Oh,
that's
well,
fine.
Yeah.
Well, he is a bear, so we probably shouldn't have such high standards.
Yep.
All right. On a positive musical note, pun intended, what bands and artists do you like
This
so
is
that we
another-
can roast them?
This is another Crohn's.
Croon's Hadamacher.
Yeah, how to master. So I don't have a band that I would be afraid of you guys not liking because that's just not my stance on life. My favorite band is Brand New. I regularly ask Deverick's wife, Magna Hill, to play Guernica by Brand New. I would suggest everyone do the same. While you're at it, please go to the God and Devil Are Raging Inside Me CD of Brand New and listen to Limousine and then Jesus Christ.
All right, quit
How do I
shilling.
not know any of these songs or bands?
Quit being
or
a
anything?
shill.
Well, they're my favorite band. I also don't mind listening to everything, but after
Except
I've
for the
listened
ones
to
you
it, no, if I listen to it and I don't like it, I'm willing to also hold that position. That's fine. But Brand New, you should check it out.
Okay. All right. Is it me next? Yep. Okay. So, Kroon Hedabasher, which apparently we're giving him anxiety right now.
Yep.
It's
by saying it.
Crohn's, like the
Crohn's.
disease.
Okay. All right. Crohn's
Hedamasher. God.
Hedamasher. All right. All right. I'll get it right, man. I'll get it right one of these times. Okay. So, what would you say is the most Kodiak thing that you do? Your trademark action, if you will.
And why is it sliding?
I would want it to be believed that it's reaching out to people and taking care of them. Inside of AmpGuard, I'm sure it's either jumping or sliding. But I think the one that I would say that stands out the most is puns. I make puns a lot.
He didn't say bear slap. I'm really disappointed.
It's a new.
He's a
new.
whole world of disappointment.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Still, Het wants to know, what's your favorite Monarchy team to have been a part of?
It would probably been the first one. I stepped into champion after 4 months of playing the game. They had to do a special all thing. Someone had to pull $10 out of their pocket to make sure I was dues paid. And I was given free reign of battle games for 6 months. So that was probably it.
And they were okay.
And they were all right. Yep.
They
Better
were
than most, some would say.
acceptable. You're doing great, bud.
All right. So serious. What are your thoughts on the KODS pool? And are bears allowed in the pool?
I wouldn't allow us to get a pool if I wasn't allowed in it. So bears are clearly allowed in it.
That's why we're getting a hot tub, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
And there will be no bears in the hot tub.
Okay. Also,
clog up the fans.
the drain.
The jets. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep,
also, as long as it's mobile, I'm for a DS pool.
It's a hot tub, but okay.
Yeah. Anyway, which award are you most proud of receiving?
And why is it the 2 belts that I've given you?
Well, those aren't awards.
Romantic music plays in the background.
They are very beautiful, but they're not awards. I would say, and this probably ties into a future question that you have, it would be my Lord's title, because at that point I knew that people entrusted me with some responsibility. I was given that in between my 2 reigns at the local monarchy position.
Oh, he found out that people cared, kind of.
Okay, another awe one, and this is one that I asked. What are one of your proudest moments of the Amp Guard?
And why is it getting licked on the leg at GOTC?
I don't know if pride would be that, but
I was there. I saw your face. That was pride.
Sure. Actually, during our mid-reign, one of my local office runs, I was able to give Deverick a personal title, and I went out of my way to make sure that was cool with everyone that I was working with, and made sure that it fit him personally. And that's probably one of my proudest moments.
And then he cried.
Yep, and then I cried. Because that's okay. We're allowed to do that as men.
I didn't say we weren't.
Well, I'm just saying.
What world did you live in where you weren't allowed to cry, bud?
I was in the Army for 6 years in the early 2000s.
It's fair. it's your...
I'm on it.
Okay, all right, got it.
Okay, will Glenolf receive a bigger toaster, and will Dom fix it when needed?
If Sir Glenolf finds that toaster to be inadequate, then yes, he'll get a bigger toaster. But it should never be the size of the toaster. It should be the quality of the toast.
That's what he said.
I don't. Toast is toast.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm still for the plan of everyone buying him like one of those $15 Walmart toasters, and we just all show up to a Kingdom event and just each drop a box toaster in front of him.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Let's just pack up his car with toasters. Let's just do that. All $15 toasters. Just keep it.
We should make sure and it's an
it up.
event decently far away from his house too.
Yep. And then he has to drive with all of his toasters.
Are we gonna get Glenolf a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch for his little toaster? Is that what we're doing?
It seems like that's an added step to this whole process. I mean, we gotta figure out if the toaster's adequate enough first.
Sir Glenolf, we promised you a toaster. We did not promise you toast. All right.
It's true.
Game, set, match. What's your favorite druid build, and why is it selfish?
It's a selfish druid build. It's none of the builds I've heard anyone say ever. I take 2 swifts, 2 heals, armor,
2 swords,
2 swords, spell balls. I don't give anything out to anyone. It's all for me.
Wait, you take armor as a level 6 druid?
No. Spells that have armor, like Iron Skin and whatnot.
Cheater.
No.
Just trying to cover your tracks.
Mm-hmm.
If you can Paragon a class, what would it be? And you're
Uh,
saying why druid, but we all know that you're never going to be a Paragon druid. So
when I came into the game, Paragon drew.
he froze.
Oh no.
Quick,
died.
somebody draw a mustache on him.
You died. Shoot.
Kodiak, your connection cut out. Oh man, I wish we had like a screen wipe where it's like
I know.
technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Brr, brr, brr. Bears.
This is what happens
I-
when we try to do KOK with more than 2 people.
It's fair.
It's too ambitious. It's too bold.
New Mexico cannot handle it. There's way too much power going through the grid right now. There you go. Ah!
Hey, welcome to Kingdom of Kodiak. I'm Devrick, and I'm going to be interviewing Beatrice for the 2nd week in a row. Hello, Beatrix.
What up?
How was your day?
My day's pretty good. How's your day?
I don't know.
I can't remember how to full screen and exit. Okay, so he's gonna try to come back
No, he's
on.
not.
So we're gonna answer. He was like,
We
"You guys
could-
are making fun of me too much."
We killed the king.
We got the game.
We did it, guys.
Demons
You're welcome.
win.
Demons. I don't know what you're talking about.
Intrigue.
What?
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Oh, good. Hey, Kodiak, you're back to save me from the foreshadowing.
Hey,
Yeah.
I did it.
We thought we killed you. We were gonna take over your reign.
Probably.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the question was, if you could Paragon, what would it be? And they said, and why Druid, but you're not going to be a Paragon Druid. So
Okay.
I know that joke lost a little bit of its sting because you decided to drop, but you know.
Well, I dropped because you said it. That's why. So
So
my goals when I started
Fire.
the game, my goal when I started the game was definitely to be a Paragon Druid. I didn't want any other awards. I was really interested in the Druid class, but I can't remember all of the stuff to teach anyone anything. So let's say Bard.
You
But
could
you wouldn't even sing though.
any
On KOK.
any other class besides Bard. Like, but you're setting the bar really high. If you just
I don't know.
maybe a nice Paragon warrior.
Why don't you try
Paragon
being a
peasant?
Paragon Peasant, yeah, because I can't play a class to save my life. So
Well, that's true.
yeah.
What other classes
self-aware bear?
would you like to play when we can play again?
Well, I just got my 6th level monk, so I would really like to play
Without-
that.
Ever playing monk? It's incredible,
Yeah,
dude. You're so good. How'd you do that?
I try. I mean, I attended all of the Dragonspine Discord events, and
Don't plug your Discord and shill your stuff on here.
okay, well, I mean that's what I did. Also, let's see. What other classes do I like to play? I played Bard. I've played Wizard. I've played Healer. I won't play Warrior. I don't think for a while because
Bad
Um,
knees.
well, more the not desire to wear armor, but
Because of your bad knees, right?
okay, yeah, sure. It's because of my bad knees. But yeah, I've played everything roughly except for like Barbarian.
What do you have against barbarians? Is there a problem with that?
I don't have a whole lot of interest in it.
Yeah, you're right. They are a sucky class. Anyway, continue,
So-
co-host.
So, what is your favorite weapon set, and why is it polearm?
Well, I'd be straight out lying if I said it was polearm. It's not even close to polearm.
He's a liar. He made a polearm. He keeps it
I
in his
did.
car with him everywhere he
Yep.
goes.
Yep, totally did.
He gives it pats on the head.
Why
when
do you hate polearm so much? This is a serious question. Why do you hate polearm so much?
I can't
It's
defend
fun. You
it.
get to stab people in the gut. You get to take their lungs out from under them. It's really awesome. It's a good amount of fun.
I don't know how to defend against it, so if I can just remove it from the game, I don't have to worry about it.
These are some
That's
pretty
selfish.
aggressive stances that you have, and we have to talk about that later. Anyway, I'm in agreement. Polearm isn't that great.
Yeah,
So
but the
what-
correct answer is Florentine. Is my
Dom
favorite.
is totally
Florentine.
a fan. So, okay. Still it. Still at.
It's pronounced still help.
Still helped. All right, got it. All right. You're just helping me so much, Deborah. Is the Order of the Ash open to having a bongo?
So much like any other thing that has to do with any other order question, all you would have to do is ask, and then you would find out.
You're
So
asking now.
yeah, well, she hasn't asked, but I'll give her some insight. We like bongos, we like
Cajones.
tambourines, we like maracas. Kazoos are
Snare.
big. Snares are
Very-
awesome.
This is a jazzy
Oboe,
group.
you can never go without an oboe.
Cymbals.
Yep. So, but it would be more
love a
appropriate
good-
for.
We love a good Sir saying banjo.
Yep.
Oh,
A
that's
good
good.
Sir Same banjo. That'll do you right. But all you have to do is when you have questions about stuff that has to do with order stuff, is ask for the first time. If you ask, you might get answers.
If you just
That's all.
ask. If you see, here's how Order of the Ash works. We don't ask you. You come and ask us, and then it goes to a voting block.
Oh, now they're getting on the Order of the Ash mantle. Better move
That's
on.
right. All you have to
Yeah,
do
we
is
already
ask
did
No.
an
us.
episode. You're right.
Just ask us, please.
You're just mad because you're not one of us. It's good. It's cool.
Obviously, you can't ask if you're not drinking, so I'm never going to be a part of it. So,
You
Duh.
really don't have to be drunk.
does Chijima deserve Sonic? Really cutting edge stuff here.
I would give Tajima whatever he wanted at any point ever.
Ooh.
But he has to admit that we're friends.
Yes, there's the caveat. I would dangle the Sonic in front of him and ask him, "Are we friends?" And every time he said no, it would come back another 6 inches until he said yes, and then I would throw it upon him.
And if he rejected that friendship later, we would take it back and beat him with the bag. You heard me, Tahini. All right. Are you a fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? You don't know what JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is.
I've watched like 2 episodes of it.
Yeah, because you saw the question. Don't lie to me.
No, I had watched it previously, but it's just not as interesting to me. I think the question is in reference to the fact that Kodiak has stances.
Oh,
but that was-
yeah. You have like a
That was because Deverick informed me that would be awesome, and Deverick most of the time is right. So, yeah,
This was a very nerdy conversation.
we had a whole thing where it was like Kodiak was going to be like this sort of tribal-esque character, and he was going to like summon like an energy bear stand that would like coat his limbs almost like the Naruto Ninetales cloak.
That's kind of rad.
Yeah, see, like I thought it was going to be cool. But
But then he
yeah,
went with something else.
But you've never seen Stardust Crusaders.
nope,
You've gotten through the first 2 episodes of the first season, I assume.
yep.
Yeah, so sorry, Crohn's.
Crohn's. Yep. It's Crohn's.
Yeah, we're he's not going to be able to answer the rest of those questions on JoJo. Which of the 7 D&D dice is your favorite, and why is it the D12?
Well, it's the D20 because it gives you the most opportunities and the most opportunity to be really good and really bad, but still succeed.
Dude, that is the basic B answer.
That's fine. It's still my answer.
Can we get someone more interesting to interview?
I think we got some people on the line we could like bring on.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So, well, okay. So Sakri asks, is there such a thing as too many ice balls, icy blasts, freeze balls, whatever you magic people call it, or whatever? And if so, how many?
So the number of spell balls that you are allowed to have that would be too many, or would be just under too many, is how many fit into the sack that you're using. So I have a 6-ball sack, so 7 would be too many.
PG-13.
Moving on.
PG-13.
What inspired you to create Kingdom of Kodiak, and why do you think it's so successful? This question was brought to you by Crohn's.
So Kingdom of Kodiak was a spin-off of an idea that Deverick and I had called Badger and Boar, where we were going to talk about more national
wrong.
Amp events, knightings, stuff like that. Then we were coming to a situation where the pandemic was coming, and we didn't have a lot of ways to keep Amp going during lockdowns and stuff. So I figured not only would we interview people, maybe some new people that our kingdom hasn't seen before, but also would give an opportunity for the people of the kingdom or the people that are watching at home a chance to be interactive with those people by asking the questions.
So you just straight up just stole my idea, ripped it
Yep.
right out of my notes.
Yep.
After I sent it to him. It was crazy. It was heartbreaking, honestly. Like, you betray me. You didn't keep your promise. I don't care anymore.
I'm fed up with this world.
What makes someone eligible to come on Kingdom of Kodiak?
So when we started, it was if you fit what we were doing. So the first month was the monarchy team of the kingdom. The second month was the Paragon month. Then we did households and fighting companies. Then I went a little freestyle, which we're still kind of in right now. But I do want to come back to a second run of Paragons. And then eventually, I'm going to ask the people who've been watching since day one to start suggesting some people from outside of our kingdom. Because with the math, if we have 98 averaging people in the Kingdom of Dragonspine, that means after 2 years, I wouldn't have new faces to talk to if I talked to every single person. So eventually, we're going to have to expand past kingdom to inner kingdom.
Okay.
Part of the freestyle group, right?
I don't remember. Yeah, duh. What do you even go here?
I just have a lot of feelings.
Well, that's good. I'm happy for you. So now that we've gotten all the technical stuff that I don't remember out of the way, when are we getting credits for doing Kingdom of Kodiak and showing up to Kingdom of Kodiak? Because
There's a process.
3 credits a week is not nearly enough for people, okay?
There's a process for this. First, we have to make sure that we can agree as a kingdom that Wednesday Arts and Sciences would be credited. That was a conversation that was being had while I was still in local Monarch offices of possibly considering a quarter credit for arts and science at some level. That hasn't been accepted yet. The second part of that would be is once we've decided that arts and science could get credits, we have to then agree that Kingdom of Kodiak is some form of art and or science.
Well, it's neither of those, so.
Okay, well then.
I want to do my best Kodiak impression while doing these interviews. Deverick, you want to join me?
They're doing really good, folks. I'm really proud of both of them.
Oh boy. Lady Sarai wants to know, sir.
Sure. Sorry.
Sorry? Sir.
Yes.
Sarai, but you know.
Mm. We're gonna go with Draconis. All right. Do you plan on organizing KOK into seasons? And if so, what season are we on?
No, if this ever goes to a YouTube playlist kind of thing, it would probably be broken down into the same things we were just talking about. Kingdom Monarchy Team, Households and Fighting Companies, Paragons.
So a season?
Oh, well, no, because then we'd be on like season 4, and season 4 has been running for 12 episodes where everything else ran for 4. So I'm not really committed to the word season. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. We're on the clock. What are you doing?
Because they just figured it out. They were like, I think they're purposefully messing up the names.
No, I definitely think.
I definitely think that's sorry.
Crone.
Well, because Crone's getting more and more upset. Like it's just like the anime, like.
Well, just life is full of mispronunciations. Okay. Be lucky your name isn't in another language.
Sorry, Kron. I'm sorry they're doing this to you.
His name is
You're
Crohn's.
He's so nice too. So, all right. So, Lord, dear, Darius, Nakin. I'm not even gonna try that. Went.
Not Kinathos.
Not Kennethos. Which one of your KOK interviewees did you feel you learned the most about?
That would have to be the Church of Apocalypse. Their rank and order structure, having two branches that sometimes quorum with each other, learning some of the ways to get initiated into stuff like that. It would definitely be the Church of Apocalypse.
I feel like I've learned the most about you, bud.
Oh, well.
I didn't like most of it.
There you go. There we go. I was like, no, we're not even halfway through the first page. You can't get sweet now. All right. Croons. Croninans. What
Cronins.
is your Cronins? Chronos. What is your favorite park to visit that isn't your home park?
Okay. So every park that I've visited obviously has been very nice and courteous to me, but one park stands out because it has a Black Bear restaurant. It's Mountains Velzrum, by far.
I'm sorry, guys. I love Mo.
Yeah. Plus Black Bear restaurant, the burger.
Black Bear Diner's delicious.
Yeah, I can't
But
deny
Pegasus Valley.
Listen, we love PV. I'm speaking for him now.
Okay.
Shut up.
Oh, okay.
Love PV.
Yes.
But there's something absolutely dehumanizing about the 9-hour drive to Mo, and then to get out and then just be rebuilt as a person is just...
It's super good.
Deep.
Has Dragonspine become a gangster's paradise?
Man, that's really tough to decide. If only I had some inspiration to figure out if it had gotten that far. I don't have the inspiration, so I can't really move any
Well,
farther.
that's crazy. That sucks.
Yeah.
On a scale of very good to barely hanging on, how are you bearing at this time? Also from Kronos. He wants a bear.
Oh, wait, guys, did you want me to do the rap? Is that what we're doing?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's crazy. What?
Yeah.
As I walk through
We left it wide open.
where we
Sorry,
keep
go
in the
ahead.
bears, I take a look at myself and realize I've got these hairs. Because I've been slapping these fishes so long that even my mama thinks hibernation's done. But I ain't never eaten honey I wasn't deserving, me be treatin' like a yogi. You know that's unheard of. You better watch where you campin' and how you walkin', or you and your homies might be slapped with claws. I'd like to grab a trout, I got a paw. As I woke, I steal your trash at the crack of dawn, fool. I'm the Papa Bear. My little cubbies better behave on my rump in my cave, coming out when I feel brave. This has been a poem originally written by Sir Randall,
Somebody way deeper than all of us.
the Scald of the Black Dragon, and truly words of inspiration.
Yes. It sounds like a dragon there for Devrick for his recital too. So
You can't bribe me to be nice.
it's not a bribe; it's a threat.
Mm.
You'll become a
That's fair.
serpent knight here and now.
All right. Demi, Anna, Billy,
And a belly.
Annabelle. Oh, okay. All right.
Belly.
Annabelle. All right. Why do people like bears like you?
I'm kind of fuzzy. Got a lot of hair. From the wrong angle, they could see me as a bear.
Wait, you're not a bear with two swords strapped to your hand?
What?
No, I understand that you weren't paying attention earlier when I was giving you the actual story, but no, I'm actually a human.
Listen, if you're gonna lie on camera, like, I'm gonna need you to not do your best Clinton impression, all right?
Ooh. Lady Magnetily. Magnically. Magnicility.
Magna held.
Magna Hild. All right.
Magna held.
This is like half of the episode.
Yep.
Who would win in a fight? A buffalo, a badger, a boar, or a bear?
Well, I thought long and hard about this. So
Of course.
the boar and the buffalo and the bear and the badger are roughly going to be the same thing. / one of them is going to be we're going to run you over, we're going to run into you kind of creature, and the other one's going to be like I'm going to bite and slash at you kind of thing. So we're going to eliminate the two of the smaller of each side. So that means the boar and the badger are both eliminated. So it'll be the bison versus the bear. Now, given that the bear needs to be in close range at all times for that attack to be effective, and the bison can just run through them, the correct answer is probably the buffalo.
So I have news articles, because when I saw this question, I knew I was going to need them. A badger has beaten all three of these animals in various forms of combat. So
you're wrong.
I
Water
thought I was the one
buffaloes,
answering the questions,
bears, boars, it doesn't matter.
but Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica. I don't know if a badger's
how
ever
you win.
beaten a beat.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Still hit. Still height.
Still helped.
Birds.
They
Trustworthy,
work for the bourgeoisie.
right? So trustworthy, or bringers of doom, or are they even real?
Bears are real. Birds are real.
Birds.
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 I was doing a thing there, but no, you guys are doing real good. Birds are real. I like owls, and owls are birds.
I'm sorry, are
So-
you gonna cut out again? What was that?
I might.
I'm sorry.
Also, are they bringers of doom? Some aren't. Everything is on a
Bloom.
spectrum and on a scale.
Bloom.
Wow,
Not
what a-
doom.
What a boring way to answer that question. Anyway, what would
Birds
you
aren't
say is
real.
the most disappointing movie that you were initially hyped to see, and why is it a Transformers movie?
Well,
Why
actually,
is it always a Transformers?
so you guys are
movie?
going to learn a lot about me. I don't like going to the movie theaters. So I wait for movies to come on, stuff that I can watch from home. And I would say, since I like movies like The Pest and I Frankenstein, and I can enjoy those kinds of things, I would say it's ninjas versus zombies. That was probably the most disappointing.
Are you sure it wasn't Iron Wolf?
Well, Iron Wolf, I was pretty sure was going to be bad to start with. And then a second would be Nunja. A
That's
nun
fair.
who's also a ninja.
Have you seen Velocipaster?
I haven't. It was on your list.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Me and Kodiak indulge in the self-torture of watching terrible B movies by Asylum. So, Velocipaster is about a ninja
So,
who can turn into a velociraptor like a werewolf. It's incredible. What's your favorite amp guard shot?
Bear slap.
It's not a Jaeger bomb?
Jaeger bomb?
Yeah, it says, what's your favorite shot?
clearly.
Well, but my favorite amp guard shot would be a bear paw or bear.
Yeah, well,
A
that
bear
was your
paw.
favorite.
Bear
How do you
paw.
make a bear paw? What gets mixed into a bear paw to make that?
You're
Love,
thinking Danishes.
Disappointment,
yeah,
a little bit of
disappointment,
absinthe.
sadness, self-regret, divorce is probably in
hey,
there too.
Listen, okay?
Yeah.
I told you he was
Agree,
going to
bud.
be able to take this. What's your favorite shot you're learning? Oh, and these are questions by a Sir
Oof.
Rendely.
Oof.
Randall. Yes.
Rondal.
Randall.
So I would love to say it's the dark side, but I'm left-handed. So a left-handed dark side
It's just a normal side.
is just a normal side for everyone else.
You're
So-
left-handed?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
No,
I
he's
had no clue.
He's lying.
So I'm really still trying to make sure that I get a really good grip on slotting the shoulder, whatever shot that turns out to be, because I still hit the heads a lot. So, but I want it to be a dark side, but unfortunately, I'm just not built that way.
Okay. So this is don't like this one.
Mm.
Crone would like to know, why do I think we could be best friends, and why could this be a dangerous thing to happen?
Well, you probably think that because you're listening to me talk and you're like, this guy's got it. I don't know what it is, but I want to be around it. And after listening to the interview that these two have been putting on, you're obviously like, well, I have a spot now because Dever's burning Kodiak, but it's not true. Dever, your spot is secure. I want all of people that I play Amp with to consider me their friend. And I don't hold the title.
Short answer, no.
Oh, okay. No.
Short answer, no.
Sorry, Kron. Best friend stepped in and yelled. So,
No.
call me.
Betrayal. Betrayal.
Betrayal.
Betrayed me.
This game sucks.
I can't believe you've done this to me. What drove you to take the position of Kingdom Monarchy when you're just a little baby Amp Garter?
So I started the game in my middle 30s, and I had been in the military. I had been in leadership positions before. At a local level, I was watching a bunch of people who had put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into getting a transition done, who were growing sick of Amtgard, to be frank, or at least that's what it felt like as an outside observer. And I wanted to find a way to help them by also getting my name out there. So I took that opportunity early on. And then, like I said, with the Lord title that came in between my two local reigns, I knew that it was going to be soon that I was going to be trying to become a Kingdom Monarch.
So it's not because you think you're better than everybody else.
No, I think I'm worse than everyone else. I work extra hard to try to be as good as you
Then
guys.
why would you try to be king if you think you're worse than everybody else?
Well, what is that joke about
If you-
officers?
Don't call me sir because I work for a living.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. Haha.
I can be relevant too.
Oh. What's your experience working with Inner Kingdom Amtgard like?
So 2 years ago at GOTC, I sat in as a populist member at the Circle of Monarchs, so that I could work with, at the time it was King Edelsbeth, just to see how I would respond to some of the polling and some of the votes. It also gave Edelsbeth an opportunity to know that he had someone there to support him and someone that he could bounce ideas off on breaks. This year, I was part of the COM as the Monarch, and given that it was done online and we were allowed to talk a little bit more than I would have preferred, it was a little bit strenuous as far as dealing with just people yes-manning conversation. But that being said, a lot of good stuff was taken care of. I just would prefer that we were more objective-based and less making sure everyone's happy with each other.
Solid answer, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, I know.
What are some lessons you've learned from the challenges of your first reign as Kingdom Monarch during this strange time we're living in? And this is from Sir Anato. Anato.
Antoli.
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 That's a
Like
really-
cannoli, but
Oh, that's a really
with an "and" on top of it.
So I really wanted to
Very-
put this in the
Good.
Monarch's book at the end of my time as Monarch, but this should be a piece of advice that everyone gets. Amp is going to be there. People are going to want Amp. So what I've learned is, as much as we can try, we need to make this restrained version of the game as much Amp as we can. So what we're going to be pushing for in the second reign is finding a way to make it more interactive and challenge people to do stuff based around parts of the game that we already have, while also maintaining the status that we've already set, which is champion challenges, regions challenges, Discord classes, Kingdom of Kodiak, so that when we're done with the quarantine, people can go back to the game that we all care about deeply and not feel that they missed too much of a beat.
So, question.
Mhm.
When you eventually, at some point, whether you win a second reign or not, are no longer king,
Mhm.
will it still be called Kingdom of Kodiak? And will we still be getting Kingdom of Kodiak?
Kingdom of Kodiak was never centered around me being the monarch. It's one of those myths that will probably start later on when I'm done with office. But this started when I was pro tem GMR for for Queen Balder. I plan on doing this as long as people want it, and as long as I have someone to come on the show. And that being said, it was Kingdom of Kodiak because it's my world. You guys are coming to my world.
See, and I was like, he just likes having a kingdom, regardless of a title. You don't have to earn it. It's just yours.
You're in my world now.
Yep.
Oh.
Facebook made you. There you go.
And it's just as disappointing as First Sergeant said it would be.
Well,
What is your Kingdom Monarchy team doing to help benefit the kingdom in these trying times? This is a question by some weirdo. Nobody knows.
so outside of, again, the classes, the challenges, trying to make sure that Amp is still functioning at the monarchy level, where, land audits, which were due 3 days ago, making sure those were turned in, making sure that monarchy teams are holding elections and rolling over new teams, even though someone's entire reign may have been part of the quarantine. Working with the transition committee, the Kapora committee, and the BOD to make sure that we can finally get the crown floated fully. These are things that we're doing behind the scenes that it's still keeping me relatively busy as an Amp Carter, but there's plenty more we could do, but we need people to speak up about what they want for us to do more.
Well, clearly they want credits for attending KOK, so.
Yeah, so we have to get arts and science as a credited thing, and then we have to clarify if Kingdom of Kodiak counts as an arts and science. I think I spoke on that earlier, actually.
I wasn't paying attention. Anyway,
I'm aware.
Yeah, it's during the
Be-
serious questions.
Beatrix, how are we pronouncing this name for this next question? Beatriz? Beatrice?
Beatrix?
Beatrix! I'll take it. What has been the most rewarding part of being king during the pandemic?
So I thought when I took office, knowing that we were already going to be in quarantine, that Amcard was going to fall apart. I was going to try my best and my hardest to have stuff for Amcarders, and it wasn't going to be anything. And then we had mid-reign, and after we went off camera, I'm not going to give any details about who said what, but we did a wellness check, and so many different people came out and said how happy they were that there were activities being held every week, and how this monarchy team has not given up on Amcard or the populace. We're trying our best to make Amcard as real as it can be until it can be real again. So that was the most it was special to me to have that.
On a more serious note, you guys have done an amazing job at keeping Amtgard active.
Thank you.
Lady Zana, you still had all of you guys have done pretty amazing work. I think Morgan was there sometimes.
Morgan, Dame Annabelle.
Dame
You might know
Annabelle,
Dame
yeah.
Annabelle, Deverick.
Who?
Yeah.
Okay. She's been commenting.
I bet I'm gonna get a lot of heat for that one.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, on a more serious note though, guys, thank you, Monarchy team, for continuing to keep this game going. What's your experience sitting in the Circle of Monarchies meeting?
Again, I did it. I've done it twice. I've done it as a populist member. I've done it as a monarch. There's a lot of great information and a lot of good things that are being voted on. I feel like people get hung up on words a little too much, trying to speak into definition what a word means and then voting on the definition they created versus reading
Welcome to the government.
Well, I mean, that doesn't
Kenji
matter.
will get that one.
So
Thing.
we have an
Zing.
opportunity to just read the words as they are and then vote on those. And what ends up creating longer monarchy meetings is people arguing over their personal beliefs and definitions of what those words mean. So, but I love it. I'll do it every year. I'm going to do it every year. I'll be at anytime there's a GOTC and there's a Circle of Monarchs meeting, I'll be there whether I'm in office or not. Our monarchs and our monarch teams should be aware that they have people supporting them. So I'm going to be there.
What is burnout?
Burnout is when you do something too much and you can't maintain that plus your everyday life.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna save that one for later.
Okay.
So, Crohn's, back to the fun questions, because that was a lot of serious for really long. So what's your inspiration for that sick hairdo you're sporting, yo? Sporting, yo. Yep. Sporting.
Like a carotid cut, dude. All that red is
all that red hair
incredible.
just flowing out the top of your head.
Yeah. So it's brown, but that's fine. You guys are colorblind, not a big deal. Also, when Deverick was still here, we were watching a lot of Forge and Fire, but there was talk of me watching Vikings, and Ragnar has this really epic Viking knot, and with no restrictions to how I take, how long my beard goes or how long my hair goes for work or my personal life, I want to try to get to a point where I can do a Viking knot. Also that, I guess.
Yeah, so I feel a little silly because I remember the first time we were talking about braiding your hair, I was like, do you know Bjorn from Vikings? And you were like, of course I know Bjorn. What are you talking about? I'm like, oh, okay. Inspiration for your hair. Now I get it.
What's a burn? I don't get that.
Bjorn?
A burn? I don't know.
A born.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, whatever.
Moving on.
So, Crohn's also want to know, why are you so gosh darn lovable?
Answer the question, Bear.
Okay. So in a culture of people who are always willing to accept people in, I am someone who struggles at times with promoting myself as a person. So I have a bunch of wonderful people who take on that endeavor for me.
Guys, he's humble.
He is. Like, okay, his smile is adorable. That's one of the gosh darn lovableness. Like,
The beard looks really good right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's a Hufflepuff. It's so adorable.
That is definitely lovable points there. If you guys have never been into his house, as many PBJ sandwiches as you can stomach.
That's true.
It's incredible.
That's so nice.
Like
I
remember
can't wait
just
for
sitting
your
there on the
hugs.
couch.
Your hugs are gonna be
It
adorable.
gives great hugs. It's
Yeah.
good.
Gives great hugs. Yay!
He's for sure lovable. I'll give him
Yeah.
that. It's fine.
There you go. And the red hair, so lovable.
Yeah. It's brown, but okay.
If you can, okay, Ginger, it's fine. It's good.
Oh, it's fine.
Gingers aren't brown-haired people, but okay.
That's definitely red all right here. Definitely red on the shape. But whatever.
I mean, you're fading into the orange in the background. I'm just saying.
Okay. I'm sure you guys had questions you wanted to ask, right?
No, I'm here to pick.
No, we just want to make you uncomfortable.
Oh.
What do you mean? This is an interview?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how this. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So, what knight would you accept a belt from, and why is it top?
I would accept no belt from any knight.
Except he's accepted 2 belts from me.
The reason, and there is a reason.
The trick is don't be a knight, and he'll take a belt from you.
I believe very hardly and very hardedly in our knights that they are permanent officers, and I have no quorums with going to any of them and asking for help. But I'm also a little bit older when I started, and I don't believe that I need a mentor.
Don't
I
tell
need
me what
guidance.
to do.
Well, there's also that.
Guy, if you haven't heard his other one, it's because he wants his kid to be the first person to join his belt line.
That's why you're so gosh darn adorable. God damn it.
Gosh darn lovable.
Gosh darn lovable. Ridiculous. Okay. So Chronons, who would be your dream team for Phoenix Ball? Yourself included.
Oh, that's very easy. It would be me and any other 4 people, all bards, and we would be called Bearsfold 5.
I have no complaints on that. I really have nothing to roast.
You
there.
don't? Good lord. Okay, first of all, terrible name. Second of all, terrible name. No flow. Third of all, bards?
Yep.
Fourth of all, what spell list are these bards taking? Because if it's all shoves, listen, you can go ahead, put me in a car, turn out the e-brake, and back me into traffic if you're going to disappoint me like this, all right?
Oh, so you want a real answer then?
Bards.
No, I just asked we just asked these questions so that you can say random stuff that comes to your head.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. So I would probably want to ask the Order of the Ash to form a team. Locke plays a little bit with Pole, so that would give us a little bit of that range.
Yeah, poles are great. Why would we,
Deverick has worked pretty well with a shield. I know we have a druid in Florida that would probably be really beneficial. We have a warrior or a healer in California. And then I would probably just play whatever class fit to try to make some kind of synergistic team. I wouldn't ask them to be synergistic because...
So a scout.
Well,
That's how we could get you to play a scout. Look at that,
if
guys.
we really want me to just take a knee, that's probably
We're
the best
winning
option.
out here, guys.
Yeah. But Bearfold's 5.
No.
You didn't even mention me.
You're not part of the Order of the Ash.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So
We've also
Sir-
never seen you fight, so.
that's true. Whatever. Anyway, I didn't want to be included.
Well,
Sir Randall. All right, so we have a meditation. This is a meditation. This is going to be deep.
He is
So
such a doll. That Randall.
Close your eyes. Everyone, close your eyes. Imagine you're at the perfect day of Amtgard. Imagine the weather is perfect. And you have nothing planned today except Amtgard. Think about the sounds you hear, who is there, what activities are planned for the day, from the gear you brought to the time it all starts to the time it all ends. Now open your eyes and describe that day to us.
okay. So, a perfect day of Amtgard, and I'm not saying anything against the champions I've had previously. I show up in the Hummer with the Cub, and we drop our gear and start setting up our table for our part of a potluck that everyone's participating in. And Sir Sane is there as the champion, and he is ready for 3 battle games that he really, really, really wants to play in.
Does he have a banjo?
he's gonna play banjo for us while we're playing tonk and drum dice. While we're doing that, people from all these parks that I consider my friends are showing up unannounced, which is typically not how I like to handle things, right, Tajima? Then
Yeah, Tahini. God.
everyone would show up and they'd be like, let's ditch for 20 minutes and let's do these really elaborate battle games. Then we stop after the first one and we eat this food that people have been putting out. By the way, Dom is there with a grill. We're having some chicken and burgers and dogs.
Scotch eggs.
I would probably bring scotched eggs. After the first battle game and everyone comes back to the table, we're getting music. We're getting some bardic done, and Sane is playing the banjo. We go to the second battle game, and then it's like 4:00 at that point, right? And we're all getting ready to come off the field, and we think it's going to end. And everyone looks at me and goes, "I got 2 more hours in me." And instead of a 4-hour park day, it becomes a 6-hour park day. So we sit down again, and we're eating again, and we're telling stories. And then we play a third battle game, and everyone just collapses after the game on the field. And then when we're done with that, everyone is like super stoked. It would probably have to be like a convergence day, but having if I was willing to be a little bold and say all of my friends are there, so 60, 70, 80 amp guarders show up.
Nice.
He's such an inclusive king.
I was like, that sounds really gay. There wasn't any stabbing or anything. Like nobody got taken down and tortured and killed.
Can we rephrase that?
Probably should rephrase that.
Okay.
Way to bring down the curve. I told you it was going to happen.
Kenjin, actually, the Black Bear restaurant falls into Cruces. And they're doing...
Oh, now I got it. I didn't know
they're
we
catering.
were asking me to rephrase.
Yeah,
I got it. I got it. We're good. On the same page. Okay, cool.
She's new, folks. She apologizes. She's new.
Yeah, don't crucify her yet, guys.
Yeah.
What is your favorite college football team, and why is it Bama?
It would never be Bama.
It should be.
All right, moving on. We're gonna.
Yeah, never mind. No one cares if it's not Alabama.
Yeah, we don't. Nobody wants to know why you love an inferior team.
Yeah. Okay. Oh God. Do you think still Helt deserves induction into the Order of the Silver Bell?
Again,
I deserve to be in the Silver Bell.
Still Helt, for anything that you want to become part of, you should probably ask them. Do I think you're worthy? Probably. Given, we're playing a game here. So, yeah, you're probably worthy of it. But you have to ask for stuff like that. And Dever, clearly, same thing. You'd have to ask. I know you like a taco. So, that's probably one of the qualifications to get in.
We do like to go to Taco Bell after park quite a bit.
It's true.
All right, this is my turn to chime in. I hate Taco Bell.
Ooh,
by all means.
Strong feels.
There you go.
You said you were chiming in?
That was it. That was right.
That was all you had?
Yeah, chiming in with hate. Yeah.
Wow. Cool. How are those lessons mentioned in previous questions going to shape the upcoming reign? So take the question about what you learned. How is that going to mold your reign of clay for this next upcoming reign?
So again, I see a scenario where you're doing stuff.
Guys, hold on. Spoilers. Okay.
Right. I'm not giving a reign theme. I won't be doing that until my reign starts. But I can definitely see something where we're doing some class stuff and scavenger hunts. The thing that Zana did with scavenger hunt, that should be something we're doing a whole bunch. Get people outside, get people interacting with their environment without being put at risk of anything. Asking for more stuff. Like the lesson that I'm getting out of this reign so far is if you ask people what they want, given that they don't have the option of just not doing anything, as far as Amtgard goes, when people want to play Amtgard, they'll tell you. They'll be like, hey, more classes, more RP, more Kingdom of Kodiak, more challenges. I need to find a way to put a sash on.
Kodiak.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I love how you just slipped that one in there. Just slide it on in. There you go.
I mean, we could do less Kingdom of Kodiak if that's what we need to do.
I mean,
I'm assuming.
It's your kingdom, bud. I mean, you do what you want.
Okay, well then I don't know why you interrupted the first time then. If you were just going to let me do what I want, I was going to do more Kingdom of Kodiak.
Because we weren't just going to let you slip that in, like people
Yeah.
have been asking for it.
Oh,
What do you mean? What do you mean?
that's fair. But yeah, getting more of what the people want. I think there's got to have to be more scavenger hunt based stuff. There's going to have to be more class based stuff. Pictures of you in a sash doing something. Videos of you.
He's requesting
doing-
selfies.
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, you guys heard it here, folks. Send Kodiak your selfies. Direct message him. Blow him
Sure.
up.
DM selfies.
Sure.
DM
Sure.
selfies. Sure. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
It's good. Sorry, do you have an ending to the thought? It was going for a while.
Oh, you guys were talking. I just assumed mine was over. So go ahead.
I mean, it was. So,
Yeah, so.
what plans do you have for your second term in office? Plans for your next reign? You kind of already said that you weren't going to tell us what the reign theme was, but could you give us a little curtain peek?
So, well, I have to start with there's a really good chance that we're probably going to be in quarantine still. So, I'm premising a reign theme off of the idea that we have to do this from home. But that being said, I'm going to be trying to look into finding ways to have combat from home. Whether that is online games or if that is like skidded out video combat or something.
Or we can
I'm
just
still not
do
get-
roasts.
Why are you a skid again?
I'm not.
Okay, so go get your Detroit hat for your garbage team if you're gonna lie to us.
For anyone that doesn't know, Skit would be Sword Knight in training. Deverick has this wild fantasy that I would go from 5 to 10 just because he says so. So, no.
I'm gonna move back, and you know it's gonna happen. So I mean, I don't know why you.
Kronos wants Amtgard D&D.
Amtgard D&D is not happening. That is a terrible idea. I love you, Kron, but please don't ever put those kinds of ideas in people's heads, because there are people in Amtgard who have been looking to be the dungeon master of Amtgard for a long time.
Wouldn't we
I don't
just be
even want to
Darkon?
facilitate that?
I'm pretty sure we would just be Darkon at that point.
I don't know. It's uncomfortable. I don't like the thought
It's
of that.
uncomfortable.
Let's keep D&D and Amtgard with a little bit of.
It would be D&D with our Amtgard characters.
Well, I thought that's what our original D&D game was going to be, and then you and Gideon and Kenjin were like, "No, playing D&D."
We're not getting into personal
Sure.
issues here on this Kingdom of Kodiak.
Oh, by all means, I've got plenty of time.
Nobody asked you.
Not your
I still
show,
said
bud.
something.
Yeah, it's not your show. How about you be quiet? No, don't even look at the camera. Just keep looking off to the side.
I'm reading the
Yeah.
post. Of
I know,
you
he's
guys
reading
getting
the
roasted.
comments. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Sure. Now you want to engage with the audience.
Hmm.
Of what you listed, what are you super stoked about for this next reign?
I want to try some new stuff. I don't know if it's going to go over, but my excitement is that I can find another way to engage more people. I would love to get the numbers from this reign higher in next reign by giving more options for everyone. So I'm excited to try some new stuff, whether it be maybe some combat and class-based stuff, or if it's just adding more classes that people wanted to get them to come in.
So Amtgard hasn't changed. Recruitment.
Yeah, it's still about recruitment. It's just now we have 40 people coming and we're averaging 98. So the recruitment is re-recruiting retention.
Do you have a retention NCO?
I mean, I have a whole monarchy team.
Oh, we somehow it got skipped.
What?
There's a thing. There's a question that got skipped.
Yep.
What question got skipped?
Skipped a question. All right. Kenjin wants to know. I don't know how I included it in last minute, but Kenjin wanted to know what Kodiak's most treasured Amtgard artifact is.
So, unfortunately, Kenjin, I have 4.
We're gonna be here a while.
Was a bracelet that Locke gave me when that is tied into my Baron's title, and I like that a lot. At my first GOTC, I got this Big Damn Heroes. It's one of my favorite shows, and also it's inspiration every time I put it on. I want to be a hero. I want to try to be good to the game. And then lastly, for objects I actually have is this that Devrick made for me with the Lumpy's Lair event card on it. It's part of my court garb, and it was a gift from a friend, and I treasure it. But the last one is one I don't have anymore, and it was something I did very early on in my time in Amtgard. And if any of you have these still, please, the next time we see each other in person, show me. And that's the necklaces I gave out when I started.
Mine's in the closet.
As a traveler from the north, the Great Spirit told Kodiak to present boons to the people of Dragonspine. So I went around my park and asked for everyone's birthday, and then went and bought crystals that were crystal necklaces that represented colors of their birth to protect them from dangers inside of Dragonspine. And that was one that, even though it's not something I have, it was my first integration and like friend building inside of Amtgard. So it was a big deal.
It was really weird at first because he walks up and he asks everybody for their birthday, and my first thought was, why are you trying to get a hold of my information? Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Stop.
I'm trying to make it a joke. It's not a thing. Stop making fetch a thing. Trying to make fetch a thing. Oh, they asked what about the tunic behind you?
Oh, so this tunic was made for me by Dame Anna Bali, and it has a maze on it. I wanted my heraldry to originally be the maze from a TV show called Oz that was on HBO in the 90s. Dame Anna Bali couldn't find that maze to put onto a tunic, so she handmade this maze. And it was also going to represent my first step into office, because at the time I was running unopposed and was going to be brought into monarchy at Maze. But then Balder ended up stepping in and winning that election. So it does mean a lot to me, and it obviously I adore it. It's in every one of my KOK videos now. It also has a little negative connotation now, because it also meant it's the first time I lost a election.
That's sad.
No, it happens.
What's your favorite MTG format?
It would be drafting. I don't want you to come to a table with this deck that you had built that you can get one combo off and beat me. I want you to have to pick cards like I'm picking cards, and then I want you to beat me with just better knowledge or better draft strategy. But if you already have a pre-made deck that does 600 damage before I get to go, I really don't want to play that deck. So draft is the best Magic the Gathering strategy format.
I enjoyed the time that we drafted.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. Oh, sorry, I was thinking about Magic the Gathering and having time off and not having to be at work. If you could pick any of the...
Also, we haven't been saying the names, by the way.
Oh, that was Kron Head Smasher that asked that question. He also asked this question.
No.
No,
Darus. Darius was asking the
Oh,
question.
Darius. Yep, Darius.
Yep.
Sorry, my apologies.
Dararus,
Darius.
Belarus. If you could pick any of the Revoking guilds to build a deck around, which would it be?
Orzhov.
Okay. If given the chance, would you play commander with Tajima and Crones? And if so, who would your commander be?
I would play with both of them. I have played commander. Again, it's one of those things where you get these sick combos off and the game becomes less about having fun playing the game and more about counting, which I love math, but that's not why I'm playing Magic.
Tahim, you're just not fun. Sorry, guys.
What commander would I have? Tajima and I were talking about this. I have like 6 different ones that would be cool. The Ghost Council, probably, because I would probably make an Orzhov deck.
I have a question.
Fortnite skin. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Ignore me. Nope. Go ahead.
Well,
Nope. Don't do this.
So my favorite Fortnite skin would be the unmasked Deadpool skin.
I was like, did we say you could talk?
Well, I didn't want the dead air to ruin Kingdom of Kodiak episode.
Yeah, well, like crashing and having to rejoin the Zoom call.
Well,
didn't do any of that.
So the unmasked Deadpool skin is really cool. I also like Technique, which is the spray paint girl. And I'd probably say the banana, but yeah.
So not Meow Schools.
No.
Boo.
No.
Okay. I was wondering if you could tell us a story about your backdrop, your persona, Kodiak. Yeah.
Okay. So I made Kodiak based around my own experiences in life. He's a traveler from the north. He was reached out to by the Great Spirit, which, for people that don't know, druids of ancient lore had one deity that it fell under for all of the other minor entities that they would worship to, and it was called the Great Spirit. And this Great Spirit gave me the task of going south and going to Dragonspine. And then when I arrived in Dragonspine, my next order was to denote boons to its populace to protect them from a great evil that was occurring. And now, as we're coming into the Soul Leader reign, the Garanara has been presented to me by an entity that's not the Great Spirit. And Kodiak is unaware that there's a second entity. So he's taking on an evil weapon to fight back the forces of evil, and then that's going to have an impact on him later.
Woo.
Sufficiently nerdy.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
All right. So this is our last question. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think we have any add-ups after this.
Yeah, this was originally going to be like 3 hours, but there's like a bin of unusable content per Kodiak.
Very upsetting. He wouldn't let us ask a whole bunch of fun questions. Something about needing to keep it PG-13. He's just being a real stick in the mud about everything.
It's
like
true.
I walked it like I
real hard hitting questions.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, the people need to know.
Yeah.
Do you put pickles on hot dogs? And he was like, nah, I don't know if we need to ask questions like that. And it was just.
But is a hot dog a taco?
First off, how dare you? How dare you? Second of all, yes, it is.
What are your overall AmpGuard goals? Big, small, park, personal? What do you do?
What do I do?
So, do you even go here?
Yeah. So park level stuff. We currently have Barony-ish numbers, but when I took over office a year ago they were at a duchy. So my goal is to try to help locally to get our numbers back up to duchy numbers in Las Cruces. At the kingdom level, I really hope that by the time I'm done being the monarch of Dragonspine, that I have enough knowledge to give to the next monarch that can help them prepare for a situation like this. If amp guard can't happen or events can't happen, how we can still move forward without stopping amp guard altogether. For me personally, I'm just gonna do this. I don't set aspirations for myself in the game.
That's not true. He's a skid.
Yeah.
As I've talked to some of my close friends in this game, if Dragon Spine decides that I'm worthy of an award, I accept it, but I consider it a challenge because at this point, I'm probably where I should be on all the spectrums. So I don't. Also, it's a stressor. Why would you put that kind of stress on yourself?
Weren't we just talking about how you wanted to
Yeah.
be Paragon Druid and then Paragon Bard and then you're Skit too? And
Well, I wanted
You're
to be
like
a
a
Paragon
Paragon
king,
Druid.
Druid.
and then you're gonna be a
Taking
king again. Like you're just
I
like,
wanted
I
to
have
be a
no
Paragon
aspirations for
Druid,
myself, but yet I
but-
want to
Oh,
lead
see,
everything.
now you're gonna take it all back. Okay, let's hear
Well,
it.
All right,
Debrick, you made a
cool.
really good point. I'm not a good druid.
Go ahead.
Um,
Shift the goalpost. Keep
And
going.
then
Yeah,
I
well,
had to pick another one, so I picked Bard.
yeah.
I don't find the position of king to be stressful. I enjoy everything that I've done. So
all that humbleness right out the window.
Yeah,
That's all.
right there. Just modesty just gone. I'm a natural
king's
born
not
leader.
hard.
It's fine. Like I can rule during a pandemic. This is great.
Who cares?
I'm not even sweating.
All right, everybody. Barring any other questions, thank you, Beatrice. Thank you, King Kodiak.
Kodak?
Kodak. All
Kodak.
right.
We still
Beatrice,
don't
thank
even
you.
know if we interviewed him because there's been this bear standing in front this whole time.
I think that's the
Yeah.
point. Anyway, thank you, Beatrice, for putting all of this together for us to come on here and just be passive aggressive with Kodiak for an hour and 30 minutes.
well, hour and 20 minutes. I was gone for 10.
Oh,
That's true. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the best part.
Yeah. Oh, I'm aware.
All right, guys, I'm gonna take it off
both of
live.
you were so
Thank you
stressful.
all. This is the audience. They're all.